it's not like they can actually do anything themselves to keep Illidan alive. I guess what the most important thing is that they always get the initiation on Team Secret. They're always the ones jumping first, so Illidan isn't immediately countered by S4. Kuro's going to be grabbed here by God, but there goes the Glimmer Cape, and G does not have the vision. They go back inside the Roshan pit, but Team Secret very clearly know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't think they want to defend this. S4 is a little bit further away, and they don't have vision in that Rosh pit. They don't have the best ways of checking either. So you just give it up. G's got the Aegis again, and this is going to set up a timing where I think VP do want to get aggressive.
They got to make good use of this Aegis, because right now that team net worth, the advantage is minimal for both sides in experience and gold. So Virtus Pro need to start establishing some dominance now before Arteezy is able to catch back up. He's got the BKP, Helmet Dominator. His farm is growing slowly but surely. Yeah, he's just naturally going to farm faster than Heroes like themselves.
The Luna, like you said, eventually catches up. He's got a Helmet Down BKB, but that's still kind of bad when it comes to damage. And so that's what Secret have prioritized over. Damage is just outlasting their opponents more than anything.
Uh-oh, Illidan, he's going to be caught here. He can't actually TP up because there is going to be a vacuum to bring him back into that wall. S4 lets loose the ultimate now and catches 3 in the process. They almost brought down FNG at the same time. Huge kill. The carry of Virtus Pro down for a full minute. And prime opportunity for Team Secret to push forward and start taking some farm. Arteezy already grabbing as much as he can in the inner jungle, will now back up to that bottom lane, which is pushing in.
S4 is just dominating this game right now. VP, they can't afford to leave their base by themselves in this situation, because I mean, S4 will hunt you down every single time. That combination of the Ion Shell, where he slows you and is able to blink on top of you, does a ton of damage. You can't fight back into it. This almost reads to me that the Silencer has to get a Hex as fast as he can, or even something like the Yule Scepter, because even with the Hex, I think he would struggle to stay alive against the Queen of Pain, who just BKBs. Yeah, he's going to grab one right now. He's really close to it, just 700 gold off, and with that timing, I think they just go for the tier 2 bottom, maybe even smoke up, and just try to end the game. But even their high ground is kind of bad. Storm Spirit plus Silencer aren't the heroes that you necessarily want to be on the high ground. You want them to counter-initiate, so it's going to be up to Lil getting an Aghanim Scepter, so he has 3 birds to be able to go for safe tower pushes.
Right.
Otherwise, you have to go for a gank beforehand.
What about our Storm Spirit? He's got 2,300 gold right now. And he still is going to have issues with the Black Hole. Does he go for BKB?
No. I think that the Black Hole is something you can't really play for, especially if you have a BKB, it doesn't matter. Right. Going for a Hex of your own is probably one of the better bets, just so you can get the Hex off on Puppy before he gets his Crimson Guard off.
So double set devices potentially for VP. See S4 now building into that sort of carry Queen of Pain, going the right-click damage build, Orchid, BKB, and now an Assault Cuirass.
VP's team is going to be so hard, or Secret's team, sorry, is going to be so hard to fight into. You've got an Assault Cuirass and a Crimson Guard with a mech. Actually, Guardian Greaves. That team is just tanky. It's gonna be nearly impossible to cut through that with the physical damage that VP currently have. Like, they need their Lina to pretty much become a core at this point.
And she is kind of on her way. FNG has Yule Scepter, Point Booster, and another 2,000 gold to start building into the Eggs.
Okay, so the Hex is completed. You probably just take control right now with the gem and then go for a kill. The Aegis is gonna fade relatively soon. They have to make something happen on the map.
Team Secret definitely know this, though. I mean, they're sitting so passively here in the middle lane. Same goes with bottom. S4 and Zai are essentially waiting for someone to show up, and if no one does, they'll start pressuring that tier 3.
The issue is that VP don't want to leave this mid area, but at the same time, you can't ignore what's happening at bottom. Yeah. You don't want to waste the Aegis.
And Illidan, there it is, jump in, Arteezy going to be able to grab him instantly. Hexed up though, and G in some serious trouble. He's trying to get rid of that Aegis, the Global Silence is popped. And G will actually jump himself away. VP maybe waiting for the counter initiation. Arteezy came forward, lost his BKB. They're going to try and chain stun him down. Zai's actually been hit, and there goes immediately. The Black Hole's gone. Arteezy couldn't even get off his ultimate. DK Bubbles left to S4. They've already taken 2. Can they get more? FNG gets popped by S4, but S4 is being controlled by G. He gets taken out. God B, he's going to be able to get away. No, he couldn't TP out in time. Illidan, he's going to go down to the right, clicks of the illusions from the wall. Sadly, the carry of Virtus Pro falls, but it's still a great fight for VP.
Yeah, they get G to neutral, Bloodstone charges. They get a lot of kills out of that. I mean, looking at the fight recap, it's almost a 2.5k network swing, and it's only Kuro right now that's at top lane to defend that. He wasted a BKB charge from Artur. He didn't get his ultimate off, and they do have buybacks, but you want to force those at this point.
Yeah, one of the best things about winning that fight for VP was that it was right in front of Team Secret's base. You can go immediately to pushing down these tier 3 towers, orchid it up. Kuro just charges right in there. There's the vacuum, but Kuro's still going to be popped by this orchid, and G has enough mana to be able to jump out if he needs to. He wants the tier 3 tower first. In fact, he might want Zai as well. Oh no, they've actually lost 2. G immediately TP's out. Lil to follow him. Arteezy couldn't get there in time for the Lucent Beam to stop that TP out. So 23-18 Virtus Pro. They need this win in game number 2 to stay alive in the International. And they do get a gigantic objective in that tier 3 at the top lane.
Yeah, Illidan having that Hex allowed him to deal so much damage. He just cut through Zai so quickly, was able to Hex him up, unable to do anything after that point. DK Phobos has all the mobility items in the world. Your Storm Spirit has a full BKB now, and this is going to allow him to not get Hexed up during the Shadow Shaman timing. I would have still liked to see the Hex, but I think in this time in particular, they know that Puppey doesn't have the Black Hole, so going for the BKB is fine here. That means that VP just go for it right now.
No waiting, Virtus Pro already charging down that middle lane. Not waiting out another Aegis. They actually do have, is that the complete? Yep, complete Aghanim Scepter for FNG. And he almost has level 3 Laguna Blade on top of that.
Secret, how many buybacks do they actually have? I think it's only the Enigma? Yeah, it's only the Enigma. Everybody else bought out.
S4 will have his. He's only missing 100 gold for it, so he should be able to get a 3-man vacuum. Nice wall on top of that. Sonic Wave goes off, but VP are still taking enough to survive through this. Illidan will drop a little low thanks to that Orchid, but he's still able to get out. Secret desperately need to try and chase down these heroes, but they can't overextend. VP are ready for a response. In fact, now they've got S4. Yule Scepter, Light Strike Array, trying to burst him down as fast as possible. S4 does go down. He does not have the buyback. There goes DK almost. And goes Simon 2. Trying to pop Arteezy. They get Puppey as well. Kuro's now going to be caught on top of Light Strike Array, and Team Secret may have just fallen apart in this team fight as they don't get anybody out of VP. Puppey's already bought back. Zai going to be able to get another 3-man vacuum, but Puppey's locked down by these familiars. He turns around, but God surges forward with the Fissure on top. They will be able to get this kill. Cryptic Guard be damned, but they're all low. Zai has to make a big play right here. He managed to pick up 1 already, but Zai going to get turned around up by the 3. A Virtus Pro triple kill. Team Secret get wiped inside of their own base.
And nobody from Secret at this point have a buyback. They're just going to have to wait this out. 59 gold remains for that Queen of Pain buyback. VP don't have the strongest tower hitting team, so they have to get a lot out of this right now. They might just be able to go for a double set of racks. Even if you just walk away with the range barracks at this point, it's well worth it for them, as this is going to mean a lot in terms of net worth. After that fight alone, they're up 10k. They're going to get this tier 3 tower minimum. The tower's going to follow, and S4's not going to buy back, so this is probably going to mean double racks.
Team Secret, 2 racks down by 37 minutes. It's rather early on into the game. Virtus Pro has so many items to pick up once they go back to base. Team Secret actually hoping to be able to catch somebody here with S4 jumping forward. Popping the BKB, going straight for Illidan, but there goes that Aghanim Scepter. S4 is actually dropped a little low. God turns around instead of going for S4. He wants to pick up Kuro, make sure there's no disables there, and does get him. Arteezy chasing down FNG, but he couldn't even get that much. Now slowed down by the Rod of Eight Toes, side device. They're going to try and get the damage necessary. DK Phobos turns on to S4. Yule Scepter there, and Familiar. He needs it. 11 HP, can't quite get it, but Arteezy, he's fighting up against DK Phobos, who makes a quick retreat with a Blink Dagger.
S4's go for this.
This is dangerous. If he wants it, he's got to play it perfectly, and he does decide to back himself away. They killed Illidan and only lost Kuro for it, so they got something, but it's still 2 racks down.
I mean, they didn't get enough out of the retreat for Team Secret to really get themselves back into this game. The Storm Spirit has a fully completed Shiva's Guard if he wants, almost a fully completed Hex. He's going to go for that. 17 Bloodstone charges. You've got the level 3 ultimate on FNG with that Aghanim Scepter. You saw the Queen of Pain blink in, get Aghanim Scepter zapped by that Laguna Blade, instantly had to fall back. They can't really stop G anymore. they need the BKB on Puppey to be able to succeed in a fight for once. This tier 2 tower bottom is even real low.
And even if Team Secret can hold Arteezy choosing to go for the S and Y, that's very much an item that is worth something right now, but will not be worth that much later on into the game. This is very much focused on just staying alive. This will definitely slow down the carry potential of Arteezy for now. VP are just going to collect their next round of items, it seems. G is actually only 20 gold away from his Scythe of Vice that we talked about. And Illidan completed the BKB.
They're going to run into each other.
They're actually going to go for this one. Smoked up Team Secret. This is going to be the edge here. As the jump in, already grabbing Puppey, orking it up. They're going to try and burst him down. No black hole opportunities, but he gets away with the Glimmer Cape. Now the global silence goes laid down. Curl's going to fall to God. And Arteezy gets zapped by FNG, who turns around and gets the Light Strike array. They chain stun down S4. Now Illidan, he's going to be able to fight up against Arteezy as well. Picks up that kill. GG! Virtus Pro will take game number 2 and keep their hopes alive in this tournament.
Just masterfully played by them. That Roche Pit fight where they were able to keep things going, to get the Aegis multiple times on G, just outplaying Secret when it mattered. And I mean, that was about as close as it gets. That top fight cemented things for them, but Virtus Pro, well played, and this was a team victory. There was no real standout player here. Everybody just collectively worked together for this one.
Absolutely. Virtus Pro showing what their true strengths are. Mid-game team fights and the teamwork that embodies that. Very well played. And we're going to have a game number 3, but we pass it off now to our analysts to talk about that epic game 2.
Very good. Yes, absolutely epic game in game 2. And Team Secret find themselves at 1-1. Well played, Virtus Pro, coming back into that one. We've also got a new face on our panel as well. It's very nice to see you, Fogged. Thank you for joining us. How you doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah, you must be, in one way, obviously disappointed at not making the main tournament, but on the other hand, you must be thrilled at the way the wildcard team's playing, because it kind of puts you in a better light, right?
I guess so, right?
Yeah.
You could say that.
Yeah.
No, CDEC is, of course they're playing amazing, but just being here and being able to watch the games is incredible, so I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah. How much of that game did you manage to watch? You get all of that?
I got to watch every single part of it.
We've got a clip, actually, from 35 minutes, which sort of sums up where it all went wrong for Secret. It was earlier than that it went wrong, but this is